This segment is sponsored by Welcome Home Financial Partners.
Talk about a double-edged sword. When it comes to your retirement and financial plan, it's your choice how your money is managed. That can be both empowering and pretty darn scary, too. Joining us now are Ralph and Tim Short. The father and son team are with Welcome Home Financial Partners, a Richmond area firm that focuses on preparing people for a successful retirement. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
All right, last time you guys were in, Dad went first, so we're going to let Tim go first this time. When it comes to building a successful retirement, what's your advice for people when it comes to saving during something called the retirement red zone? I hadn't heard it called that before.
Yeah, so the retirement red zone is essentially the 5 to 10 years before retirement. So there's different things that you got to take into account for. You've got market risk coming up, so if the market drops right before you are expecting to retire, you're still going to be able to retire. But there's certain things, depending on your age, there's catch-up provisions for your 401k, those types of things. You got to make sure you're maximizing your retirement accounts and savings to make sure you can retire the way that you want to.
All right. And Ralph, you know, we hear that figure, you need to have $1 million. But life happens.
Yes, it
Stuff
does.
sneaks up on you. People get divorced, they lose a lot of money, you know, the medical problem. So is that a hard set number? We got to have $1 million?
I would say to each person that your number is different than the next person you talk to. It's different than mine, different than yours, because number one thing that you need to understand is what is your cash flow going to be like? Or your income that you've got coming in, is it going to be able to pay for your expenses? Most people don't have any idea what that is. That's why we go through our process and say, listen, let's take a look at your expenses, take a look at your income that you've got coming in, subsidize it with income that you got from your retirement account, and make sure it works. Some people needs that $1 million. We've got some people that's got $200,000. They've done such a good job at keeping their expenses down, not having a lot of debt, particularly credit card debt, and now they can retire and be happy. There's been a number of people that come in not wanting to retire, thinking they can't, and all of a sudden we go through our process and, oh my God, I can. And they get and
they're
go.
out of there.
Yeah. And there are some people, a quick little story is we had a lady call in from Petersburg, and she came in and threw all of her stuff on the table and beating herself up left and right. I haven't saved enough. I haven't saved enough. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. Her expenses were $500 a month. She was one of those fortunate people who had done enough, paying down debt, so on and so forth, to where she was okay. She only saved up $200,000, but her pension and her Social Security was $4,000 a month coming to her.
Got her.
And I looked at her and I said, you know what? Maybe you didn't save that $1 million, but you don't need that $1 million.
There you go. All right, now let's talk about protected growth strategy and how you're going to help us accomplish those goals.
So there are certain tools and techniques to use. The misconception is if you're going to protect your money, you're not going to make any money. There are certain vehicles that you can use, and that's something that we can talk about, but there are certain vehicles that you can use that you can protect your money and still have it grow. Let's look at it this way. If you put your money in the bank right now, the way that inflation is, you're not losing any money by it being in the bank, but you're losing your buying power. And at the end of the day, it's not about your dollar, it's about your buying power.
Yeah, absolutely. So income planning allow us to do in retirement. I'm not going to be able to get the private jet, I'm guessing, and travel around the world.
Maybe.
Now, come on, you know where I work. So what's it going to allow us to do?
Basically, what it's going to allow you to do is take a look at what your dreams are. Is it going to be able to do the things that you want to do? When you worked for 40 years, what did you think about? That magic, traveling around the world, maybe seeing your grandkids, whatever that is, that's what it will allow you to take and accomplish those dreams that you wanted to.
All right. Proper tax management, also very important.
Absolutely, especially right now. Everybody's concerned about the tax plans that are on the table. And at the end of the day, we can only control what we can control. We have no idea what's going to happen, but we see things coming down the pipeline between stimulus money that's been handed out over the years, those kinds of things. We do believe that taxes are going to increase. So if you're on a fixed budget in retirement and you're pulling in $4,000 or $5,000 a month, but now Uncle Sam has got his hands out because now your tax rate went from 10% or 20% to 30% or 40%, is your plan going to allow for that? Are you still going to be able to take those trips, see the grandkids, do the things that you want to do? Because retirement, you're not retiring from life. You want to live your golden years.
Absolutely. And the combination do for lifestyle goals, obviously that's kind of what we were just talking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Getting those goals figure out what they are, and then making the budget work as best it can for that.
That's great.
And everybody's different. There's some people, we've got some clients that just say, hey, I just want to sit at home. I'm not concerned with doing anything. Then you got other people like me, my dream is to golf every golf course in the United States and then some. So there's so many different things that are out there, so many different goals and trips that people want to plan for.
All right, you have something kind of special for our audience. I want to get that in before we're done too.
Absolutely. So if you're really serious about your retirement, give us a call. We invite you to come into the office, sit down, speak to Ralph and myself, and we'll create that income plan for you for retirement, near to retirement and through retirement.
All right. Good to see you guys. Great information.
Thank you.
Very important. We'll get folks in touch with you. If you at home would like to learn more about accomplishing your dreams, your goals, and your desires for retirement, Welcome Home Financial Partners has a great offer for you. For the first 5 callers, with a portfolio of $250,000 or greater, they're offering a complimentary retirement plan just for you. This will allow Ralph and Tim to sit down with you personally and provide you with a roadmap analyzing where you are right now and discuss the best steps to get you where you want to be for successful retirement. Call the number now, 804-729-0112. Again, it's 804-729-0112. And there's more Virginia This Morning coming up in less than 3